Let's take a closer look at Aston Martin's huge Canada update. Since Lawrence Stroll and friends bought the Force India team in summer 2018, the Silverstone-based team is basically a Canadian team. So ahead of the Canadian Grand Prix 2023, expectations are high and the team wants to perform as good as possible in front of their main investors. After two less successful races, Stroll said he expects both cars on the podium this weekend. Also, Fernando Alonso said he is convinced the new update will bring performance. So let's take a closer look at what they changed. Main changes are the floor and the bodywork. The Aston Martin uses large downwashing side pods, the concept every Formula 1 team except Haas is using now. Advantage of this concept is that you can have a large straight wall at the side, which keeps the low energy front rear wake outside, and at the same time you can drag clean, high energy air down towards the rear. If the wake would pull inboard and hit the rear wing or beam wing, you would lose lots of downforce. The Aston Martin additionally uses an extreme design with a deep ramp to pull even more clean air down very aggressively. We cannot see the floor from underneath, but we can see the development steps they took on the upper side of the car. Also, Aston Martin follows the trend of Red Bull with deep undercuts. With the new bodywork, the undercut got even deeper. So additionally to the clean air from the downwash area, teams try to get even more energy to the back through the undercut area. They guide this air around the side pod, and this also helps to push the front rear wake even more outside. We can see how deep their undercut became. And it's important to keep this high energy air on top of the floor to guide it to the back. The aggressive curvature at the beginning of the side pod pushes the air outboard. To keep it in the coke area, Aston Martin increased the side floor fences to increase a higher pressure here, which pushes the flow back and board. We can also see that the split line of the side pod stayed the same in both versions, which makes sense, so you might be able to use the same side pod inlet. But at the previous version, their deep water slide ramp started right after the split line. That means that high flow velocities occur exactly in the split line area, and that can weaken the flow or even cause separations in a worst-case scenario. That's something we pointed out at the beginning of the season already, and now Aston Martin changed this area. The ramp begins a lot later now and has an aggressive turn, which is far away from the split line, so the flow can get settled before being pulled down. Flow velocities at the split line will be lower now, so it's less of an issue. Also, the Aston Martin water slides are so aggressive that they don't have space for a floor bracket to reinforce the floor. Instead, they use an external cable and guide the clean air underneath. Aston Martin places their additional louvers on top of the center path so no low energy air from the radiator spills down to the important downwash area. That is unlike Mercedes, who have to place their louvers in this not ideal position because their internal cooling path is too tight. Aston Martin now refined their louvers slightly. The outer edge is straighter and the inboard edge higher to release more air further inboard. Additionally, they created another outlet in the center, which releases hot air between rear wing and beam wing. So the Aston Martin update improved keeping the front rear wake outboard, sending more energy to the back through the undercut area, and tidied up areas like the water slides and the cooling louvers. So the good news is that it looks like they are confident in what they are doing, and they are fine-tuning their existing concept. That's a good sign, and we can really expect more performance from this weekend. How do you like the new updated Aston Martin AMR23? Let me know in the comments below, and if you want to know how to design F1 bodyworks like this, taught by an F1 engineer, check out my Udemy course below.